Hey folks, Matt Sharp here with another Pacific Angler Friday Fishing Report. We are filming for April 2nd. Happy Easter, happy long weekend everybody. I hope you guys get a chance to get out and enjoy it. If it's nowhere near Easter, click up here. This is a link to all the Friday Fishing Reports. We do it most weeks, so I should have something up to date for you. This week is a big one. It is License Week, aka on the 1st of April. It is time to get new licenses. It is a time to look at regulation changes, and in this case, look at the fact that the government hasn't done their job and had regulations ready for us on the 1st. I'm going to talk about that in a little more detail because it's not all doom and gloom for the saltwater guys. So make sure you stick around to the back end of the report for that. We are going to cover the fishing. It looks like a good weekend to get out. I love long weekends. This one will be damp, but that's not a bad thing. Again, we can use some of the water. We're going to look at Harrison cutthroat fishing. We're going to look at the Vedder. We're going to look at the Squamish. Alex also has a cool feature on bass in the written version of the report because it's time to start thinking that direction if you want to go hike your local sloughs. And last but not least, we are hiring at the store. So if anyone wants to change jobs or doesn't have a job right now and would like to join our team, we've got some really interesting spots coming available for both store as well as guiding positions. I'm going to have links down in the description. We'll talk about it a little bit as well if you might be interested. As always, guys, you want to see more videos like this, consider hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get into her. All right, thanks for tuning in this week, guys. It was interesting, to say the least, yesterday when I was staring at my inbox. I'm filming Wednesday night, so I think it was Monday or Tuesday, when regulations for saltwater came through, and basically nothing had changed. A lot of people were angry, a lot of people called us, a lot of people, I'm sure, let the government know, and I just wanted to maybe not assure you, because it's certainly not a sure thing, nor did I feel warm and fuzzy when I saw the fact that they hadn't changed the regulations at all from last year. But when you read the verbiage of it, it does open room for what I've been hearing from those who are working really hard to make sure the politicians are listening to science, that there may be further amendments to these regulations coming. And just so you know, in the announcement, this is exact verbiage that they use. The plan is to start the 2021 fishing season beginning April 1st, 2021, with measures in place at the beginning of last season until further notice. So the same regulations we had last year where it was almost completely shut down. There are some limited areas where you can fish for catch and release only. There are many areas where you cannot even fish for Chinook salmon at all. You can fish for other species, but not Chinook salmon. There are a few areas where you are allowed to fish but not retain Chinook salmon. We are hopeful that this next sentence here, as these are interim measures, a further announcement on possible revised management actions will be announced in a subsequent fisheries notice. So, fingers crossed. Now, I definitely have to lambaste the government for not knowing that there's a deadline of April 1st to come up with these decisions. I don't know if maybe more information was coming available, but I doubt it. I think this is just a perfect example of the government being too slow, never being able to keep up with a deadline on a decision that should be fairly straightforward. But I am still going to reserve judgment until they have a chance to make whatever announcement they're going to. When do I expect it? I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm hoping that we'll see it in the first 2 weeks of April, and you will hear more from me if we don't, because these decisions are very important for people's livelihoods, people's vacation time, and their R&R. So, government people, if you're listening, please make your decisions soon. Get us the information we need, and please make the right decision. Listen to the science. All right, no more ranting about that. Links down in the description to the regulations if you want to check it out. Tune into the written version of the report in case things have been updated in the last 24 hours since I filmed this. Jason will have more details there in the saltwater section for sure. All right, into where you guys are going fishing, because it is a long weekend. Saltwater fishing, when you guys are going out there, you will have to watch those regs and practice catch and release or no targeting of Chinook. I'll leave it at that. All right, on the freshwater side of things, it looks good. Where are you guys gonna go? Let's take a peek at the weather. And we're seeing, this is Wednesday, so I'm seeing overcast Thursday and Friday, and then we're seeing some rain Saturday, Sunday. Now we can use that rain on most of our systems, so that is a good thing. Obviously, the caveats we've been working with all season on the Vedder still apply, meaning those clay banks are unstable and have been dirtying things up quite a bit. But we heard okay reports this way out that direction for steelhead. Squamish Way got a nice bump of water on the weekend. Obviously, there was a ton of wind and adverse conditions on Sunday, so my reports weren't great, but the conditions were good on the weekend, so definitely worth looking at coming into this weekend with similar rain on the forecast, maybe a little bit less, so it shouldn't be blown out. Throw it out to the Harrison. Andre was out that way, and they got absolutely beat up on Sunday. Big thumbs up to the guys that went out with him. Saturday was better. They saw fish. There was fish moving around. There was lots of slashing cutthroat, which is what we want to see. So I definitely think it's worth getting out this weekend if the weather holds. Definitely pushing into next week. It should be good as well. Stave is another one to take a peek at, worth peeking at for cutthroat on your sort of cutthroat tour around the Lower Mainland. Hitting more than one spot is usually smart, as well as some local stuff. They've stocked all the local lakes, definitely worth getting out on, definitely worth taking the kids out on. Last week, Alex got an overview of where they've stocked and some techniques you can use to target the fish there. It's actually pretty fun. Even for the hardcore guys, getting it with float tubes is really, really productive. We talked about that as well in a report a week or two ago. I'll leave links down in the description or just scroll back to some of the old written reports. But a good way to spend some time in the outdoors this weekend. Now, what else have I got for you guys? Well, sturgeon fishing is also a look. We've heard good reports. Obviously, the warmer temperature, the sturgeon are picking up, and there'll be some good fishing prior to freshet. So usually, like, I want to say April 25th to May 10th in there, we'll start seeing heavy Fraser freshet, and it can slow down the sturgeon fishing. But right now, until then, can be excellent. So definitely worth getting out if you want to sit on a bar on the Fraser and practice catch and release with some huge dinosaurs. All right, that's just about everything I've got for you guys. If you guys want to be kept up to date on the fishery stuff, make sure you're following us on Instagram, make sure you're following us on Facebook. I'll put those down here somewhere. Also, follow the Public Fisheries Alliance Facebook page. It's awesome, as well as the Sports Fishing Institute. You're going to see a lot of information that's more up to date there, as well as they are the ones in the know and are going to be able to give us real information before everyone loses their shirt and gets really angry. Also, we are hiring. If you love fishing, if you love talking about fishing, you gotta work hard too with a smile on your face, but we are hiring guides, we are hiring a bookings manager, and we're probably hiring floor staff as well. I left an email down in the description. Please just go there, send us your resume. Look at the qualifications as well if you're applying for one of those specific jobs. But think about it, it might be something that fits for you and you might fit well with us. All right, I've got a fly from Andre. I'll throw that up here. It's a cool damsel fly. I'm not going to talk about it much. It's cool. I've got, I don't know, I'll throw something fun up here, something to entertain you if you're stuck on the couch over the long weekend. And as always, you want to see more reports like this, consider hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll catch you next week.